I was mostly staying out of this little kerfuffle, but a game that's kind of on my periphery has gotten caught up in the anti-porn sweep, currently covering Steam. So I would like to take just a few minutes here to talk about Vile Exhumed. Very quick bit of background first. I'm sure most of you have heard of Dread XP, but in case you haven't, they are a pretty significant publisher of indie horror games. They tend to do a lot of the kind of quirkier titles. This one we're covering is specifically under their Ultra XP sub-brand, which is for smaller, somewhat more experimental titles. The game in question was created by Final Girl Games, it is a solo developer. She's been doing work mostly on Itch. It's a lot of these little short, like 5 minute horror games, most of which are of a type that have been very popular recently, which is the here's a creepy computer, explore it and unlock all the files. You've seen games like this. And that's what Vile full stop, which was the original version of this. Vile Exhumed was to be sort of an expanded version that was actually going to be released soon, or maybe it even already been released. This one kind of slipped off my radar. But just this morning, I received an update containing the following image and message. Quote, I am extremely disappointed to let you all know that Vile Exhumed has been fully removed and banned for sale on Steam. Dread XP and I are working actively to make sure that we can make the game available to you ASAP. Next week, you can expect to hear specific details. I want to be clear, Vile Exhumed was not banned for its use of gore and storytelling or the violent themes. It was banned for, quote, sexual content with depictions of real people, which, if you have played it, you know is all implied, making this all feel even worse. I refuse to censor or make changes to the game. I will not retell a story about these topics in a way to make people who don't understand it more comfortable. I don't really have a lot of analysis or commentary this time. I will say that I did, after I got this message, I spent a little bit of time this morning playing the original Vile, which you can find on her itch page. It's still there. I will have a link to that in the description if you want to go and support the creator, which I highly, highly recommend. Vile is an extremely dark game. It goes into violent paraphilias, it goes into stalking. It's just very unsettling to play. Keeping in mind, most of it is text. There are images, but they're going with this like super hyper pixelated thing, so you never really see much of anything. There is technically nudity. It would, because the adult entertainment industry is another one of the themes here. The story follows a porn actress who drops out of public life after a nasty encounter with a fan, and a lot of the game is going through like her internet fandom and how creepy and weird they get to be. Part of that is there are like little VHS box covers for some of her films, which again are, really, really low resolution. They're also censored already. There is an option to completely blur them out, but they're blurred out a little bit even in the sort of uncensored version of this. So yeah, there's violent content and sexual content, but it's almost all textual. Like there's very little that's depicted. This is certainly not pornography. It's not porn in any sense. But once the witch hunt starts, you hang pretty much anything that looks like it's going to be a witch, and that's just caught this up in it. It's, I'm sure, not going to be the last transgressive game to be classified as just pornography and thrown off of Steam. I imagine we're going to see more of this. I will certainly keep an eye on how this still unfolding bit of drama is going to affect the indie market, which I'm sure it will. Again, if you want to show support to the creator, I will have a link to her itch page down in the description, so I would suggest you go and check that out.